Australia's Energy Minister dismisses call for tougher carbon emission limits on polluters Melbourne. Australia's Energy Minister on Monday rejected a call from the lobby group for the country's biggest companies to set stricter emissions limits on polluters, but gave no indication what targets the government may announce ahead of UN climate talks this month. Prime Minister Scott Morrison is working on securing support from the Liberal Party's rural partner, the Nationals, to back a target of net zero by 2050 and possibly a more ambitious target for 2030 than Australia's existing pledge to cut emissions by 26 to 28% from 2005 levels, ahead of the UN climate conference in Glasgow. Addressing an energy and climate conference on Monday, Energy Minister Angus Taylor swiftly shot down the Council's recommendation that the government strengthen its safeguard mechanism by requiring businesses that emit more than 25 million tonnes a year to buy carbon offsets, compared with the current threshold of 100 million tonnes a year.
The safeguard mechanism and the carbon offset market sets Australia's carbon price, which last week rocketed to a record high, but was still less than one-third the carbon price in the European Union, which has much stricter emission limits. A substantial tightening of the safeguard mechanism is a backdoor carbon tax consumers will ultimately have to pay for, and that's not acceptable, Taylor said at conference organised by the Australian Financial Review. Australia is the world's fourth largest energy exporter, and Taylor said the government's main goal was to protect key industries, including gas, coal, heavy manufacturing and agriculture, while also promoting hydrogen, carbon capture and storage and soil carbon to cut emissions. The government would stick to providing incentives to cut emissions rather than punishing polluters, he said. Taylor's speech came the same day that Australian billionaire Twiggy Forrest, an outspoken critic of the government's energy policies, announced he would build the world's biggest electrolyser factory in Australia to further his ambition to produce green hydrogen.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe,